This is my archive volume 1 that we're talking about today, of 5 volumes spanning maybe 45 or 50 years. So it's a chronological trip through my musical experience and what set it up in the beginning of my life and everything. And it tells the story of my music in days. So it goes step by step. So what we needed was technology that would let us go through this chronological thing, sort of like a video game, so that you could drop in anywhere on the timeline and have a representation of it. Originally, my problem was the sound wasn't good enough. The digital sound wasn't good enough. And I was surprised to learn when the DVD came out that you couldn't do it with the DVD. I thought it was all there, and I thought the quality would be good enough, and it wasn't really quite good enough. But then you couldn't even listen and watch. You couldn't go through the archival materials and listen to the high-res music at the same time, which is what I thought that most of my users would want to do. So again, we were defeated by the technology. And now with Blu-ray technology, we've been able to get the 192/24 sound, which is really cool. But the coolest thing about it, besides the sound, is the way you can navigate around in these discs. And that's a file cabinet of my songs since 1963 up to 1972 or something.
So that's
anyway,
only 10 years in that file
Yeah,
cabinet.
10 years. This is volume 1 of 5 volumes. And we have this great, navigation system to get around. And this is the beginning of disc 3. I think it's 1967 or something. And that's my old house in Topanga Canyon back there. And there's it back in the file cabinet. That hurts me sometimes. Okay, let's check out Mr. Soul. That's a song that I did with the Buffalo Springfield. What's this, Larry?
It's all the Java implementation, so once again, this is really where you get an example of how we're able to navigate through as the music's playing, which was Neil wanted to do. Like 10 years ago when he was designing this, he said, well, when you started thinking about actually making it, it was like, I want to do a simple thing. I want to play the music, and I want to navigate through the archives. And Java allows us to do it now. So we've had to wait until now to actually let it come out for that very reason.
If we have something new that we find for the first archive volume of the 5 that are going to be there, which is what's coming out now with 10 discs in it, there may be something we missed because people are always coming up with new things. So we can add more things because it's Java enabled. We can have you put it in your PS3. You can put your disc in there for this, and the internet will tell you that there's new material available. And if you decide you want it, there it is there. There's a push pin, and it's showing you where it is. And that's where your new material is that just got downloaded, and it's part of the deal now. It's sitting there in your player.
So your library is not going to be limited by the format. It's going to be limitless. The network is simply going to connect to these devices and make your entire body of work available.
The only limit, Jonathan, the only limit is the storage. how much storage will your device handle? And in the future, we know that that's going to keep growing and growing. And
Exactly.
so we can keep adding if we locate new records or new pictures.
There it is.
What's that?
It's a long, well, this is our Archives analog version. You take that, Rick?
Shall I? Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So this part, the colored part here, that's what volume 1 is. This is me here. This is 1963 down here. And there's a little bit over here that we, don't have on this. So that's it.
Great.
That's
Very
what
cool.
we're doing. Thank you very much. Thank you, Java. Thank you, Sun. Appreciate the opportunity.